It's your guy Omezis. It's good, man. So, all right. Funny enough, you know how Barbie and the Oppenheimer movie released at the same time, like the same day. So they've been calling it Barbenheimer. Oh yeah. So, there's that habit, right? If two things release on the same day, people just fuse it together. They did that before with Doom and Animal Crossing. Well, the next two things that are going to release on the same day are Saw 10 and the Paw Patrol movie. So everybody's already calling it Saw Patrol. Yep, like the third film. Yep, this movie takes place in between, I think, the first and second. Yep. Yeah. Nope. I just don't want to hear about it anymore. Like, I don't understand why it can't just be done. Like, why are we? Why is it still a thing? Like, just finish it already. Jeez. Yep. Mm, that sucks. Mm. It's weird that's all they care about, but I guess because of those statistics that like 70% or 60% of the people who got a PlayStation only play Call of Duty, I can see why that's the um focus, right? Because then to get the next one, they'll just go buy an Xbox instead. Like at this point, the PlayStation is just for convenience. So I can see, but I don't know, to just lose all of those games as well. First of all, in trying to buy Bethesda, like with all of this, I would have like I'm not strong enough. I would have just given up. Like at this point, I'd be like, all right, I don't want this anymore. Like y'all just getting on my nerves. But it'll be interesting to see. It does kind of suck, like if you can't get Crash anymore or things like that. But there's a way. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. Good. So, I wouldn't say it's not valuable. I'd say for me, because things still come out on PC, it still wouldn't make sense to get Xbox having a PC now. Yeah, but now the same thing can be said now, right? It was last year when they started like what was it, Horizon and God of War was making their way. Um, and everything where before that that wasn't the case where it was like there are things that only can be played on PlayStation, right? And then everything that can be played on Xbox for the most part. I think it was besides like certain Halo games, could be played on PC. And then now that there's a lot of play like the PlayStation games are now moving to PC, that just tells me there's really no reason to get a PS6, right? Like the PS5 still looked like it had exclusives, but now that we see that after a couple years, everything Spider-Man and all that is moving over, that just tells me I don't need the next one. Yeah. Yeah. Right. But yeah, they're not exclusive. Yeah. So that yeah, that does tell me no, there's no real rush to get like the next one. And again, there is some people that will also probably like throw in the argument. This one doesn't matter as much to me because I'm not so quick on a lot of games to play on day one. But there is that argument that like uh day one, right? You can play it on PlayStation. You gotta wait 2 years before it migrates to PC. Whereas on day one on Xbox, it's still already on PC. Um, for the most part, which is why some people will still probably, if they don't want to have to wait those 2 years, get a PlayStation. Whereas, again, as a PlayStation player, most games I'm not getting at launch. So 2 years when you have a backlog already, don't feel that bad to me. So again, that's why it's like, well, for the next system, I'd rather save up and just soup up the PC instead. Um, and just go from there. Now, there is still that issue though that things seem to not really always work on the PC, and I'm not trying to be a tech genius and fix every game myself. So if too many like titles like that I really are into are just now becoming Xbox and PC only, there is a chance where I would get an Xbox if everything's still coming out broken on PC. Yep. Yep. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, and Star Wars was not great on console as well. I don't know. I don't know. They're not even saying why either. It's just, "Oh, it's extended," 'cause, you know. Oh, mhm. Yeah. What you mean you forgot about it? I've been, like, keeping extra track of it, man. Like, I'm looking at classes, turns out you can multi-class in there. Yeah. Oh, I did not know that. It's gonna actually be a boss? Yeah. Okay. Now, I did hear, there's levels or, like, not levels, difficulty settings, which I find weird. Oh, yeah. Ugh. As it should have, they didn't need it. Mhm. Yeah. Now, because there's a class in there I'm talking about it, because there's a class in there that has the dog as the companion, I think that might mean there isn't other companions in there. Where, like, I had to, like, skull boys, my little haunters. I wonder if those are removed because 'cause Imma miss them. That zombie dog? Yeah. Oh, the thing where you would summon the dog and I would summon the haunters and then we destroy everything? Okay. Ooh. Hey. That means they were able to put it on easy and, like, only die sometimes. I'm sorry, I gotta bring this up for people for, I guess, any new listeners. Go back, I will never forget because I was talking about this the other day, of just IGN low rating Halo, but, like, not once did they, like, aim. Like, they never hit. the left trigger to aim, and they're just like, shooting is like a bit rough, and it's like, well, you're not doing it right. Like, you're shooting from the hip. Pre-sequel. Yep. Uh, yeah, they shot from the hip for the entire multiplayer match. And it couldn't understand why they kept getting shot. It was just like, yeah, it's a little bulky and slow with the aiming. And it's like, you're not aiming. Alright. Okay. The one thing I did hear about, to watch out for, so we'll have to look out for this for each other. There will be times where you're just doing stuff and an enemy just comes and hits you from behind. Like, they'll just be sneaking up on you. So, like, you gotta always watch your back. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna go for that class though. Like, I'm debating between it was like the gunslinger, with like the quick bullets and auto reload, and there was another one that was supposed to be like Titan or something like that. Mhm. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see there's no pre-order bonus for the PS5 version. I still gotta play the demo. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm. Yep. Oh, there's no excuse. They just be out here lying. Yeah. Yeah, I am. They out here lying. They don't want to put the production cost into making discs because then it's less money they can have at the convenience for the player. They're like, no, buy it digital so we don't have to physically make a disc. Then we can edit stuff later on and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you want a new copy, you don't have to like if you want to play this game, you gotta buy it at the price we set, not the resale price. That's all. It's just money greed. It's just greed. They don't know what that is anymore. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh, same. It might because Armored Core games be tough. Now, this is speaking from when I was a kid, but like those be they don't play. Armored Core be tough too. Same. Uh-huh. Especially because the first one was considered a bestseller, and so many people were looking forward to it. They could have easily went full price. And it doesn't seem from the early reviews, it doesn't seem like they're like, yeah, we can understand why it was cheaper. Like they all praise it as just a solid game. So this is just really the developers sounds to me like being cool. Yep. Yeah. Right. Oh, oh, there was Spiderman, um, Remnant 2, I'm fine with that for sure. Remnant 2. I still think Star Wars could like be on the list. It might be hurt because of its early impressions, but it'd be on the list. Tears of the Kingdom, Resident Evil 4 remake, Dead Space remake. Oh, you think so? Okay. Yeah, forget about it. Starfield might be on the list. Uh, mhm. Oh no, I'd laugh. Legacy is another one. Yep. And it's another one that's game of the year. Yep. Um, yeah. So big list. Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of though games that like are getting praised like Remnant and everything, because I want to talk about this one too. Baldur's Gate 3. Um, it is getting heavy praise for doing what people are considered it's the bare minimum, but sadly something that's not happening anymore. So as of now, from the way it looks, the game has offline play. Like you do not need to be logged on at all times to be able to play, and it has zero microtransactions. Like the game is just it's in the game. It's all there. uh and people are already because they were already looking forward to it. It's already like a heavily requested sequel, something else that could potentially make it to the game of the year list. But then also that, and it was funny that this news broke. This ties into another story right after Diablo 4's news. Which those are the two heavy comparisons. because they take place in a fantasy world. And Diablo 4's latest patch, um, it ended up so the wizard class was already or sorcerer class was already considered the weakest, and it ended up nerfing it even more instead of boosting it. You still have to be always online to play, right? And it has its microtransactions in there. They slowed down level progression and locked two areas behind levels. Like I think it was level 30 and level 40 that you had to be before you can go to it suddenly. But then they also slowed down level progression at the same time. But of course, they would probably add in like, oh, you could pay boosters to like level up faster. So people got real upset. There's some people uninstalling. And it was like they did all that and then yep. But it was like they announced all that, and then immediately, pretty much after, it was announced that Baldur's Gate 3 has no microtransactions offline play. So everybody's like, well, I'm just gonna cut this off and I'll wait for Baldur's Gate 3 now. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, a lot of people did play it. Like it made, I think, from its microtransactions, like they kept saying fittingly 666,000 million or something like that. Uh, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, yeah, that's okay. So first, for a while, the Borderlands movie was in development hell. So that's that what they call it, where the movie's basically done, or is post production hell. So the movie's done. They may have to do a couple, yeah, reshoots or like rewriting or like a little bit of editing, but like nothing's happening. So it's just like, what's gonna happen to this film? Well, I think Comic Con's going on this weekend, and it's no longer in post production hell. Instead, it gets a release date of August 2024. So it should finally be coming out next year. What? Yeah. So, yep. As of now, they say that it looks like so Kate Blanchett is going to be Lilith. Kevin Hart is Roland. Jack Black is Claptrap. Jamie Lee Curtis is Tanis, Dr. Tanis. Gina Gershon is going to be Mad Moxie. And Ariana Greenblatt from the Barbie movie is going to be Tiny Tina. Um, I agree. Yep. Like they're too iconic. Those ones have to be accurate, and everything else you can make it work. But yeah, you can't have those messed up. But yeah, this comes out next year now, which is crazy because I think from like I said, reports filming is all completely done. So they just got to touch up some stuff. So I feel a little more confident with them having an August release. I honestly feel like they think if it released right now, the movie may not do well. So they're trying to hold out until they know for sure the screenwriters and the actors strike is probably over, so all the actors can uh promote the movie. Honestly, that's what they're doing. Makes sense. I was supposed to go to theaters for it. I don't know if it's still in there, is it? Oh, I watched. Okay. Yeah. That was Chivalry 2. Yep. I was trying out the PlayStation Plus free games that they were giving away. It's good. So for this game, you play as a knight, and it's like a mass multiplayer. Like think like a uh shooter. However, you just have swords instead. Um, and you gotta run through and use parries and attacks and things like that. Um, to fight other players. And like half of the players are assigned to defend an area, and the other half of the players are assigned to try and take over the area. And there's like almost like a time limit where the people taking over have to make it to the city in that time. So even if you're constantly losing on the defending end, if you can get the time to run out before they're able to make it into the city, then you're good. Uh, but once they get into the city, that's it. You're probably gonna lose. Then they have like horseback and things like that. The game is not easy. Like it takes a while to master. Sometimes it gets annoying because I feel like attacking is really slow. So it just feels like I'll have the right moment to hit somebody, and he'll like wind up the swing, and the person can move before the swing like finishes. So it's like really difficult to hit people, but it seems like I can't dodge for anything, and I just get hit. So, uh, yeah, it's I mean, it's a yeah, it's a fun game, for sure. So then I played it for like a couple hours, like, and then I was like, all right, that's enough. Um, yeah, pretty good. I can do that. All right, yeah, it's a fun game. Okay. Yep. Mhm. Well, another game that you may want to try out because it might be getting fixed. It's called Gray Skies. So Gray Skies, a War of the Worlds story, which is like an H.G. Wells universe where you're kind of exploring and everything. So it came out in 2020, and it was mainly negative reviews to it. Uh, yep. So it's like it's a stealth game with no quit button on the main menu. I'm just looking through. It's buggy and things like that. So the guy who made it, he put it out there, and then life got busy, so he was just gone for 2 years. And then after 2 years, logged back on and saw that his game was mainly negative, read everything, and was like, "So sorry, I put out like a bad game." So he plans on releasing a remaster for free for the people who bought it. So he's gonna remaster it and fix everything. So they were like, because they were like, "All right, here's let me teach you all the basic fighting like controls. Now that you got that down, fight these two people," and just like threw them at me, and it was just beating me down because you can't like you try to block, but they were not swinging like in a timely manner. So like you were blocking one, and the other one's hitting you from behind. I was getting it handed to me, man. This game, yeah, like I said, it ain't. And then they throw you in, and it's basically like on some like 40v40. and like, yeah, and you just die and then you just come back as a new soldier and fight. But like, there was games where it would be like I was doing okay, and then games where I was just getting mollywopped. Like it was bad, but I tried my best. That's what matters. Multiple players are reporting that their pre-orders for the Constellation Edition, mainly on PC, have been just canceled. So they're getting emails just like, "Sorry, your order's canceled, done." And they're like, "Yo," and then there was like somebody was like, "All right, let me go check," and it was like, "Yo, mine was canceled too." Uh, so I guess they put out like there isn't enough for the amount of people that pre-ordered it. They just over it down some of them. So it's the one that comes with the watch. And it says, yeah, oh, it looks like Walmart is canceling Starfield Constellation Edition pre-orders from Games Radar. Yeah. Yep. They wanted the watch. That's yeah. Plus, I don't think maybe some people just don't have Game Pass on PC to be, because like, how much is Game Pass again? Right. So, so if you're PC only, and so what I'm thinking is like if you're PC only and this is the only game that you're trying to get that would have like been better on Game Pass, it's like you can play it for 6 or 7 months, um, or you own it and you can play it for longer than that. Yeah, yeah. And you imagine like so it's like paying 70 for Game Pass and then determining you don't want Game Pass anymore, so then you gotta still buy the game again versus just buying it up right. Right. Oh, 10 years of Game Pass for just one game. Like I don't know if that'll work. Oh yeah, I'm taking it on the people who like your Call of Duty type people where it's like if this is the only thing they're about to play for 10 years and everything and have all the hours in it, it may not be the best to have Game Pass versus like if you're gonna try a bunch of stuff, then yeah, get Game Pass instead. Oh, for sure. Yeah, you get other stuff on top of like if you have kids, like they can get things you ain't gotta buy games, just play what's on Game Pass. Um, and then if something comes up to where you just know you can't play for a while, turn Game Pass off and like come back to it. Mm. Yeah. A lot of people I saw said they preferred the faded look instead of the dreads. Mm. Yeah. Well, for me, I always laugh at the fact that, like, when they have, like, a lot of hair, no matter what, like pompous hair or dreads or things like that, and then they put on this mask and it just looks like they're bald. Yep. So, they got Harry in there, and they opens with Harry and Peter talking, and, like, at first, I was like, "Who are these people?" And then I remembered, "Oh, yeah, they redesigned Peter because I still have the old Peter." But Harry to me looked way too similar to Peter that it's almost I was just in my head, it's just they look way too close, like they look alike. Um, which is I don't know. It probably will play off into something where like, oh, people keep thinking that they're brothers or something like that. I don't know. I'm interested to see how it goes. Venom looks great. Craven looks great. I'm interested to see some of the other people. What I like is that they're doing the whole special plates for the PS5 and controller. Some people were just like, "Oh, it's just a black one with like some red on it," and I was like, "Okay, like hate all you want." So I think they look nice. And what I'm liking is no, but what I do know is that you can buy it as a PlayStation 5, or you can buy the plates separately, and you can buy the controller separate. They are selling them separate. Oh yeah, $65. Oh no, for the LeBron James plates. Yep, most plates are 55, and then special edition ones look like they're 65. Nope, you can only order them online. Oh no, that was the main thing is that you don't have to buy a whole new PlayStation in order to get the plates. If you're fast enough for pre-ordering them, you can just get the plate. Mhm. Yeah. Makes sense. Mhm. Yeah. You don't. You don't get one. Yep. It took me 2 years before I got, the Red Sentry. Like, I pre-ordered it, and it took about 2.5 years for it to come out, and then, like, a week later, it was in the store. I was like, "Oh, thanks," but it took 2.5 years. Like, people got theirs, and I had to just wait. Mhm. Mhm. That's just all of Hasbro, right? That's just Hasbro, yeah. So, there's been some other issues with that too. So, not only, like, the toy stuff, like, that going issues, Power Rangers leaving New Zealand, but we don't know where it's gonna be filming next. Um, it's just it seems like there's a lot of issues going on with them, and nobody knows why. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Mm, okay. Yep. Mhm. Okay. No, I canceled mine. I have means of getting it, but, oh, yeah. Uh, maybe. Okay. Bro, let me read some of these comments. It says, "This looks like it's also available on Wii and 3DS. Aw. Can't wait to play this on my PS2. Aw." What else there was one that I saw specifically that said, "This game is going to test the limits of the PS5." That was hilarious. Uh, right? And then the next movie isn't until, like, next year or something. Uh-huh. This will no doubt be the best game of 2006. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I want to play it, but, yeah, I wanna play it. Mm. Uh-huh. A lot of people are comparing it to Gollum. Uh-huh. Yeah, it looked like pre-alpha, like, it's find out. Skull Island, Rise of Kong, Game Mill Entertainment. Let's see what else they did. Let's see. Oh, oh, no, they did Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2021. Yeah. Yeah, it's games they did. Yeah, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Nerf Legends, G.I. Joe Operation Blackout, Frozen Olaf's Quest, Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues. So that side scroller Cobra Kai thing. Cartoon Network Battle Crashers. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. That's that game where it's so bad it's good. Like the Big Rig game where it's like it glitches, they go through stuff like they're oh, this is that ain't good. Yeah, that ain't good. Yeah. You know why? Okay. Yeah, and then life got busy. Yeah. So I have like fully researched out my first few people with like a script ready to go, and I just need to sit down and actually record it. That's it. So and I have the first few videos done. Yeah. Peace.